Thank you to Bethesda for providing me the game to make this review possible.
Hey lady, need a hand?
Doom: The Dark Ages is the third entry into the trilogy that follows Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal, and it is developed by ID Software and published by Bethesda Softworks. With Doom 2016 being a great time and Doom Eternal impressing everyone except me, ID Software decided, let's make everything even more chaotic and brutal with the Dark Ages. However, was it a wise decision to change up the formula once more, or should they have stuck to the pacing of the previous two entries? Only one way to find out, so let's rip and tear! Gameplay. Doom has been a staple in my life ever since the 1990s, whether it was playing Doom 2 on an Acer PC at an age where I really shouldn't have been playing it, throwing down with demons on Nintendo 64, getting a reimagined take of the original title on Xbox 360 with Doom 3, and then the more modern reboot of Doom with 2016 and Eternal. Fact of the matter is this: for decades, this franchise has stayed in the brains and hearts of multitudes of people, whether in a good way or in a bad way. The Doom franchise has never been apologetic on changing lore, story, being over-the-top brutal, and even doesn't shy away from trying new ideas and formulas that completely shake up the franchise, and always attempt to elevate it to that next level. In my opinion, Doom: The Dark Ages actually achieves this elevation of the series by slowing down the movement of our godlike boy Doomslayer and instead giving him a more brutal moveset that is akin more to the likes of classic Doom games of old. Now, if only we can get some floppy disks back, then nostalgia would do a full circle and make me very happy. But remember, even if floppies were brought back, never, and I mean never, copy that floppy. Isn't that right, MC Double Def DP?
Did I hear you right? Did I hear you saying that you're gonna make a copy of a game without paying? Come on, guys! I thought you knew better. Don't copy that floppy!
By overhauling the mechanics from the previous two entries, Doom: The Dark Ages completely sets itself apart from the pack, almost feeling like its own standalone game at times, due to the changes made that make Doomslayer more heavy-moving wise like RoboCop, focus on defensive mechanics like dodging and parrying, using your environment as a puzzle with a shield, more cinematic storytelling that feels like a marriage between the Doom franchise and Halo that ends up birthing a baby that ends up becoming the Dark Ages. I'm grateful that baby, having been made by the unison of both franchises' DNA, it didn't end up looking like My Little Bad Milo. What, don't know what that is? I dare you to Google it. But we're off topic. Let's get back into slaying demons instead of butt monsters that live inside you, please and thank you. Harnessing its aura back to the days of classic Doom games, everything is slower, but at the same time, faster? It's hard to explain really, because in Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal, there was a large emphasis on running and gunning, doing double jumps like your inner Mario wahooing lives depended on it, and they wanted you to focus on shoot and move. However, here in Dark Ages, Doomslayer stays grounded, and the game wants you to have up-close and personal battles rather than run and use speed, hence why it's similar to classic Doom games of old. Even slowed down, it still doesn't feel slow. Okay, now I know you're getting really confused and wondering if maybe I'm the one that's slow in the head, because that sounds like a huge contradiction. Hey now, I'm only slow when it comes to learning how to properly drive in video games, so do not make me rip and tear you a new one, because I will not stop until it is done. You hear me? Back on topic, while movement is slowed from double jumping around, on the ground, your sprinting is a lot faster, and it feels like it's a freight train running at times due to the heavy armor of Doomslayer, with the loud clink 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 thud as he trots around. The reason for the slowdown? Simple. This time around, they want you to focus more on face-to-face confrontation with your enemies, using your new razor-tip shield that you will use to rush and shield bash enemies with, that will either bash smaller minions into gut-filled pieces, or if going against larger enemies, will allow you to slam into them, which either stuns them momentarily or breaks off pieces of their armor, exposing their weak, pathetic flesh that you can proceed to rip off piece by piece. Just like the people in my basement. I mean, to the satisfaction of all Doom fans out there. How do you use your shield to maximum satisfaction though? Simple. Parrying enemies' attacks when highlighted with blue or green. I'm not really sure what color it really is, as I feel colorblind as all hell. Game tells you to parry green attacks, but it's showing up blue? Only one doggo can help me solve this mystery. My girl Blue. If Blue can do, we can too. When pairing an attack, you build up a power meter for your melee attacks, and depending on your melee weapon, whether it be a fist, ball and chain, or mace, all of them have 1 to 3 charges, and should you parry enough to fill the meter, you're able to unleash a 3-hit combo that stuns and breaks armor and kills them or gives one gigantic smash to the head that one hit kills most enemies. And it's satisfying as all heck, especially when jumping off a ledge and being like, "Welcome to Earth," and bam, slamming into them. Although we're not on Earth, so reference didn't make sense. Oh well. Combat in the game, as mentioned, goes beyond just slicing and dicing and shooting your heart out and integrates puzzle solving into your everyday slaying as well by using your shield to throw and stick to walls, allowing you to sling yourself to it and to jump over gaps or reach high places, alongside being able to toss the shield to stick onto a switch, which lowers a gate or opens a secret passage after you have maybe also thrown your spiky shield to cut down a huge box hanging in the air that drops, allowing you to shield bash it into position to climb up. The choices keep you far more engaged this go around than titles like Doom Eternal did. At least for me, since, hot take, I got really bored of Doom Eternal halfway through due to how monotonous and tedious it got for me. But that issue is gone here in Dark Ages. Harking back to the old Doom titles, enemies' long-shot projectiles move a bit slower, allowing you more time to dodge, which is essential, since the focus is now on bobbing and weaving through 20 to enemy fighters at a time, all rushing you, firing projectiles at you to dodge or parry, while also making you engage in close-range combos, and to use the arsenal of weapons at your disposal to blow away any enemy at the same time. Being able to dodge one projectile, turn to shield bash an enemy, throw your shield to impale an enemy in the chest, momentarily stunning them, firing a weapon to slice a foe up, turning on a dime to block an enemy projectile to send it back into their face, then immediately getting into a glory kill, all in the middle of 5 to 10 seconds is absolutely exhilarating and makes you feel like a total badass. Is there no one else? I just wanted to scream out and hoping stupid Orlando Bloom doesn't shoot me in my Achilles. What an ass! Combat in Dark Ages also continues to evolve beyond the normal good stuff like punching people in the face, electric bows, slicing off someone's head or chopping them off with your shield, using mace to bash open people's heads, and now moves further ahead to mech battles and dragon flying. Oh yeah, here we go. As you progress through the story, you get missions that pertain to flying a huge dragon as you take to the sky to take down enemy forces, such as giant ships that have barriers to destroy, as you dodge their projectiles, then immediately soaring down and going into ground mode seamlessly. It's freaking awesome, unlike Lair on PS3 with its broken mess of a game. Poor Lair. I wanted to love you, but your controls are just so terrible. You need more giant enemy crabs or Ridge Racer.
It's Ridge Racer! Ridge Racer! Remember that one?
Controls for the dragon are so damn fluid that even I, a person that crashes everything I drive without fail, am I actually a good flyer? What in the hell is this sorcery? The prank isn't funny, guys, come on. Chasing down enemy fighters through narrow passages at high speeds, going underground in a chase to fight huge tentacles to blast a path through a wall, I loved it, especially with the open air-like atmosphere you have free roam in. I know some of you got excited when I said giant tentacles, but calm down with your thoughts, because what you're thinking right now, I don't even know if that's PG. Weird fetishes aside, this brings us to the biggest change of all, exploration and what it brings to the table. In a change for the series, the game opens up its exploration to large free roam areas that has you run around a large-scale map finding secrets, unlocking various doors, destroying enemy bases, taking down leaders who command troops, and closing Oblivion gates. Wait, what? I mean, they're portals to hell, but they sure do look like Oblivion gates.
Go forth, Doomslayer!
And close shut the jaws of Oblivion.
Emperor, no, it's the wrong gate, bro. Go back to getting stabbed by a cult leader elsewhere. We're busy. The game rewards you by exploring beyond your objective with collectible toys returning, runes for your shield and melee that gives upgrades, and even gold that is used to upgrade your character and his weapons. It's fun, rewarding, and doesn't overstay its welcome to become tedious. But the part of the game that truly floored me as you step into bigger areas, there's freaking Titan kaiju-sized monsters and mechs. Like, what the hell? Walking out of the linear room for the first time, and in the distance I see a large-scale demon kaiju in the distance, just left me in awe. Because if there's one thing I love, it's giant monsters, and my mind first went to Godzilla by default. Walking along the path to my new objective, I am once again stunned as I see a military mech taking on a huge demon, both towering giants going blow for blow, and my thought was, holy crap, this is awesome! What's that? Dang it, you stupid little demons, leave me alone! I'm trying to watch this fight. Anyways, so as I was saying, these big kaiju fights are... Ugh. Sorry, hang on a second. You little pieces of crap, I'm gonna kill you! Now that the distractions are dead, you get to take your turn to actually control one of these mechs yourself. Oh, hell yes! Walking around in the mech suit feels straight out of Pacific Rim, and the first thing I did? Destroyed the environment, of course. Yeah! Boom! Smash! Die! I don't even care that I'm killing my own soldiers. I totally feel like Godzilla on a miniature set in Toho movies. However, when you're done goofing off, you take on other Titan-sized monsters in a game of Punch-Out as you punch and dodge their attacks, before finishing them off with a massive gunshot from mounted lasers or uppercut to the head. It's easily one of my favorite parts of the game by far. Hey friends! Die! Overall, at the end of the day, Doom the Dark Ages ends up a fantastic time from start to finish. Obviously, I can see where some people might have an issue with it. The slowed down mobility and reduction of double jump, more cinematic approach, or even the open areas might not be their cup of tea, but still with balls to the wall action, head-banging music, brutal fighting mechanics with new defensive fighting, with shield and parrying with glory kills, dragon flying against enemy strongholds, Pacific Rim Godzilla fights, it all outweighs the perceived negatives in my opinion, and makes this my favorite entry into this current trilogy. So with all that having been said, my verdict is clear. Game and Chick says bye now.